We really cannot be certain that Jesus was a carpenter or stonemason, metallurgist, or a craftsman of any type. We cannot be sure he had a trade at all, since tekton, the designation given to him by Mark and Matthew, doesn't necessarily refer to a skilled craftsman. But there is one thing we can be certain of. He was universally acknowledged to be a rabbi by disciple and enemy alike. The Jewish honorific rabbi occurs 15 times in the Greek New Testament. That is, the transliterated Hebrew word rabbi is inserted into the Greek text. In 13 of those cases, the title is given to Jesus Christ. The lone exceptions are the use of the title for John the Baptist and by the Savior to discourage the use of the title itself. In most cases, it is the disciples who address Jesus as Rabbi. There are 2 cases where he is addressed as Rabbi by someone other than a disciple. The first was Nathanael, and the second was a rabbi himself, Nicodemus. Jesus is also addressed in the Greek form of the title didaskalos, which is translated either as teacher or master. This form is used more extensively than rabbi, since it is the Greek form within a Greek text, more often than not by those who were not his disciples. Not only was Jesus addressed as a rabbi, he was treated as a rabbi. His disciples, before they became apostolic messengers of the kingdom, were no different from the customary teacher-disciple relationship of a rabbi and his followers. It was the disciples who continually followed the master or rabbi around, asking him questions and listening to his teachings. One of the defining characteristics of a rabbi was his expertise in and authority to interpret Jewish law. Rabbis were expected to know the law intimately, teach it, and make formal judgments on questions of the law. They were to be masters in Israel, those with the authority to teach Israel and be an authority on its law. Those acknowledged as rabbis were asked to make authoritative interpretations of the Torah, resolve thorny points of law, and make legal judgments and settlements according to that law. Jesus did all this and more. Throughout his ministry, Jesus was bombarded by friends and enemies, as well as those unknown to him, to answer difficult legal questions and to make authoritative legal decisions. In addition to questions on points of law, Jesus was asked to settle disputes. He was also asked for personal advice. These questions and requests were open acknowledgement that Jesus had legal and authoritative standing as a rabbi. Jesus was accepted as a true master in Israel, even by those who sought to discredit him.